Okay, first I'd like to say this is my company here. I'm a co-founder with my partner Andy Kilner back there. And we're a Bethel Green startup, so I would really recommend to everyone who can apply for this program. It's been really awesome. There you go, Lily, nice plug. So I'm going to do a little bit different style here. So I run a company called Open Utility. I've also just finished doing a PhD, which is kind of looking into more of the longer term issues. And a full disclaimer here, I haven't prepared a full presentation for this event. Because this week my company is on a program called Seed Camp, which is taking up literally all my time. I'm going away after this to prepare for tomorrow morning's pitch. So I'm actually going to pitch to you the company, and you can do some feedback whether you like it or not. And then I'm going to go into some more of the longer term visions of the Internet of Power ideas. So I'll start. So Open Utility, we are creating a peer-to-peer energy marketplace. We let you buy energy from your neighbours, your friends, or your local community. There's a revolution happening in energy. Millions of people around the world are taking control of their energy supply. In the UK, 500,000 households installed solar panels in the last 3 years alone. This is great. We really need renewables if we're going to have any chance in weaning ourselves off fossil fuels to create a sustainable, low-cost future that we need. But the growth is being stifled. Small producers cannot negotiate a fair deal with the big energy companies who prefer to buy power from large centralized generation. In addition, these energy consumers do not trust that these energy companies are giving them, have their best interests at heart. Well, we have a groundbreaking idea, and it's really quite simple. Why don't we rely less on the big energy companies and more on each other? Why can't we buy our power from people we care about? Our parents, our local school, people in our local community. Well, we found a way. We've created a peer-to-peer energy market algorithm that automates the process for buying and selling energy in a scalable way on the cloud. We're going to partner with some energy companies, like-minded energy companies, to deliver a solution that can work within existing regulations and existing systems. We're building a marketplace for community energy. Consumers can use our platform to find and to buy local sources of power at prices set by individual producers. Our service will operate alongside our partners' normal obligations, including contracts, billing, and customer service. This is what our search page looks like. You can filter by locality, by price, or you can even search organizations that you care about. Who would you buy your energy from? With Open Utility, you have the choice. You are in control. We have the perfect team to make this a reality. In my PhD, I was the first to define the Internet of Power and have a deep knowledge of how to disrupt the energy sector. As a team, we have years of experience in delivering big data and real-time systems and have a passion for user-centered design. At Open Utility, we don't think it's right that we have to rely just on the government to deliver the growth in renewables that we really need. It's just too important. It's time we wrestle back power from the big energy companies and turn this into a revolution that we all need. Thank you very much. Okay, so Do I hear a question? What's the long-term vision? So, this project is all about how we can deliver some real change using existing systems, existing hardware, with minimal change. My PhD was more focused on what could we be doing? What could be the best solution in 40 years' time? And I created this concept of Internet of Power. And to kind of really explain what this actually means, we're going to go back to what do we have? Why is the electricity network designed the way it is at the moment? Well, we have something called alternating current, which is delivered by hundreds of big power stations primarily, and these are created by something called synchronous generators. It's really quite boring, but we have this analog power system, which has been basically unchanged for over 100 years. And the kind of thesis is, if you look around buildings like this one here, and more into the future, you will see less and less analog components. Everything is basically digital. And digital is completely different from alternating. It's direct current systems. And looking into future power, where power can come from in the future, it's not going to come from large centralized stations, but a lot more distributed. Solar, fuel cells, whatnot. And again, these all produce direct current power. So you add the two together. At the moment, you can be producing solar power, direct current, you have to convert it into alternating analog power, then convert it back into digital direct current power. Why don't you just take out this alternating bit and have local microgrids? Well, the answer is it's actually really quite complicated. It's much easier, and you actually use the frequency of the alternating grid. That's used as your control parameter to manage the voltage. If you take that out, it becomes really difficult. But actually, if we want to look for inspiration, how we should design a resilient, local, but also international network, no better inspiration than the way the internet works. So in my thesis, I came up with an outline of what I've called the Internet of Power, which is literally taking the way data flows around an internet, where you have routers and your packets of data being distributed in a resilient fashion around a distributed network, applying this concept to energy. And came up with all sorts of crazy concepts, such as internet routers, packets of data, and all sorts of demand prioritization. And anyway, if you're interested in that sort of idea, you can hook up with me and I will give you my thesis. But I'm now going to open for questions.